set of skills, is it?
No, that's right. And thankfully he's got in this case of Guy's career, a wealth of orbit experience to draw on. But no, you cannot jump from under the other and expect to have much luck.
No, not in an antique aeroplane, which you take very good care of. Hinksy, what are we about to see?
We're about to see our 5th generation fighter, the F-35A Lightning II. It is lined up at the end of the runway right now. You'll see it there on the screens with an FA-18F Super Hornet, and they're about to take off. So it is going to get very loud during this Australian Defence Force showcase, so please make sure you've got hearing protection, especially for the kids. All right.
So describe what we've just seen there.
So if you listen out, you'll hear that wonderful purr of the Rolls-Royce Merlin engines in the Mustang leading the Spitfire on a ground attack pass via the aerodrome. Enjoy the pyrotechnics out the front. And I'll circle back around to continue their display.
And you notice there was a slightly delayed air raid warning there as well.
Come down and enjoy the sights, the sounds, the smells of what these aircraft were like, and imagine ourselves back in this time.
Okay, I think that's the key to me, is when I first heard that Spitfire, I was out at Point Picasso Workout. Going back to when I saw the just when it starts
which is a C-17. It's a Royal Australian Air Force C-17, 36 feet. Known as the Below Master 3.
Please go and see them. They're terrific.
And they're right next to the C-27J Spartan, so you can go and have a look through that as well. And also on display is our C-17 Globemaster 3. So you can go up for a look inside the back there and just see how big that aircraft actually is. So on your right, we've got the C-130J Hercules coming into land, and with more security forces which will operate and come out of the back of the aircraft.
So the guys that are already on the ground, what have they done? They've just effectively secured an airfield?
That's right. So basically they've come, this is one security forces squadron, so their role is to secure an airfield to make it safe for aircraft to land. With more overwatch there from our fast jets coming in from the rear of the C-130J Hercules as it comes into land.
So from a Super Hornet perspective, or a fighter perspective, what will you sort of be doing?
So right now would be a great time actually where the ground forces will be in contact with the weapons systems officer. They'd be talking them through, hey, we potentially have a target that we need to strike right now, and then be passing that that information through what we call a 9-line, so what the target is, what the description is, more importantly where the friendly forces are, reference that target, what type of weapon we need, what type of fusing. And what you'll see here very soon, ladies and gentlemen, is a simulated weapons pass from both the F-35s and the F-18F Super Hornet.
And there is some pyro ahead.
Get your cameras out for a photo on this.
And you'll have a JTAC here, won't you? Can you just tell us what they do? Clutch.
Yeah, so Joint Terminal Attack Controller, absolutely. So they'll be the primary person that is calling in that strike and is passing the information of where the friendly forces are. So really, really critical person in this Overwatch mission where we are using all of our AMG assets. But yeah, definitely always having a JTAC person on the ground.
Now just watch how quickly this massive machine can stop.
That is amazing.
And the ramp will come down fairly quickly as well, and you'll see a really fast move from our security forces back onto the aircraft to get into a safe environment so that they can take off.
And it's already reconfiguring for takeoff, so you'll see that the flaps, which were providing a huge amount of additional lift, now are redeploying it into the wings. The spoilers on top of the wings will basically go back into the wing, and at the same time the cargo door is open.
Here we go for our first weapons pass simulated from the F-35s.
I think a small off of Queensland, and he had to be brought in before Tropical Cyclone Alfred that of course went through recently, and that was all done by our coalition efforts of the Air Force and Navy working closely together.
And that's the whole thing, and there you can see with the bomb bay doors open on the side. And that was just simulating dropping one of its weapons. We talked about integration. We talked earlier to the pilots of the